Good evening for another watch along. Really excited for this one. We've got France and Senegal after that game yesterday. Wow. 4 draws yesterday, but the game I covered was Cape Verde, Spain, and what a game it was to watch. I mean, 0-0, but never has a 0-0 been quite so incredible. When you think about the number of shots and just the press of Spain was just absolutely outrageous. So it was amazing to see. I just very quickly need to turn the volume down on what I'm watching here. So we need to go back in and I need to mute. There we go. That's better. I can hear what I'm talking about now. Right, so let's get this shared and sent out and sorted. How is everyone? I hope everyone is doing very well. Let's grab our links and then we can get ready to go. Where are we? 6 minutes till kickoff. So you've got a few minutes to go grab something to eat or whatnot, and let's go from there. Right, so open live video. I'm just grabbing the link, so give me a moment. Copy and okay. Drop this in a few of the chats. I'll drop it in the Predictfully chat. Okay, and then I will also drop it in a couple of others, and then we'll get going. Thanks for jumping in early, everyone. Where's this one being played today, then? Just trying to get a hold of things. So this one today is being played in the New Jersey Stadium. So that's quite exciting. Looking forward to seeing this one. France-Senegal, obviously, a little bit of an old rivalry in World Cup football, and I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. 24 years since this same fixture saw the world champions in France succumb to a defeat by what was being called the France B team, if you remember. A lot of Senegalese players have played for France, and there's a very rich history there in terms of players, etc. And that was one of those things all those years ago. And I remember watching that game with my dad. Really excited to see the world champions start their defense of their trophy. And it all fell apart, as I recall, in Japan and Korea. And it started with an incredible result where Senegal beat them. So let me continue just dropping this in a few chats. Sorry, everyone. I'll be with you now. And then I'll go through the... so we're live. I'm going to drop it in the pub. At the pub. Where is it? Goodness me. Here we are. I'm watching the French play Senegal. Okay, right. So the Marseillaise is obviously being sung out right now. I can see them all doing it. One of my favourite national anthems, the French. It's a good one. I'm just getting comfy a minute. As you can see, I've gone with blue and red. My belief today, though, is a draw. I put the bet on yesterday when I was with the Toshi boys, and I genuinely believe that Senegal have got it in them today to cause a bit of an upset. We will see very quickly if we've got World Cup winners in France, World Cup defenders in France, based on how they come out of the traps here. They are no doubt a team capable of of great things. They're no doubt got superstars. They're absolutely full. Let me just give you the lineup. It'll blow your mind. So Magnan in goal. And then they've got Koundé, Saliba, Upamecano and Hernandez as a back four. Then sat in front of them, they've got Tchouaméni and Rabiot. Then they've got, oh my God, the three that sit in front of Kylian Mbappe, who's the lone striker, are Elise, Dembele and Doué. It is a terrifying prospect of a forward line. Literally, Elise, probably the most coveted player in Europe at the moment, apart from Sandro Tonali, apparently. And then obviously Dembele and Doué of Paris Saint-Germain, Champions League winning Paris Saint-Germain. And then Kylian Mbappe is 4 goals away from equaling Miroslav Klose's 16 goals in World Cups. You can only assume that Mbappe's got a couple more World Cups in him as well. So, that record will go at some point, you can be sure. Will it go in the tournament? He also is 1 goal behind Olivier Giroud as well. So if he scores 1 more goal tonight for France, he equals the French all-time record. And then if he scores another, he beats it. That record held by Olivier Giroud for the last couple of years. Prior to that, it was Thierry Henry's record on 51. So yeah, 51. Mbappe is on 56 and Giroud is on 57. Will it go tonight? It'll certainly go in this World Cup, I would wager. Right. Let's see what is what in here right now. Let's fucking go. Okay, well, they're getting ready to kick off. The officials in their peppermint green today. I gotta say, it's a summer for kits, that's for sure. And I really like the French anthem jacket much more than I like England's Palace collaboration one. It looks like tinfoil. I'm sure it's a lovely jacket, but they are going to bake in that tomorrow. And yes, we're a day away from England versus Croatia. There's the team in the VAR room. So someone from Saudi Arabia, someone from America, and someone from, I think that was Nicaragua in the end. Oh wow, that stadium looks incredible in New Jersey. A cauldron. So here we go. Mike Magnan, Theo Hernandez, William Saliba, Deo Upamecano, Jules Koundé, Adrien Rabiot, Aurélien Tchouaméni, Desiré Doué, Ousmane Dembele, Michael Olise, and Kylian Mbappe, who is now also captain of the French team. They are lining up to be a hell of a proposition. They've also got N'Golo Kante, they've got Cherki, they've got all of the other guys. Right, Edouard Mendy in goal, then Diouf, Nikate, Koulibaly, and Diatta with Papagayi, then Idrissa Gueye, Lamine Camara, Sadio Mane, Nicholas Jackson, and Ismaila Sarr from Crystal Palace. That is a team with goals in it. I tell you, this Senegalese team should not be overlooked. I think you will be a fool to overlook this Senegalese team. France have got their work cut out for them today. And if you saw France versus the Ivory Coast in the pre-tournament warm-ups, you will know that that they don't like an incredibly fit, incredibly physical confrontation. It's not that they don't like it, it's perhaps they don't prefer it. And that's what they can expect today. I will say, though, Kylian Mbappe looks absolutely gunning for it right now. As we look to the team huddle from Senegal, we're about to get things kicked off here. Very exciting. I just filled up with freezing cold water and put ice in it too. It's nice. I'm eager for opinions. Hello, Hugo. How you doing, my man? Sorry, I completely missed you there. I'll put my comments on. I can see them now. Hoping there will be loads of shots tonight. I believe there will be, as kickoff is taken. And they do so that thing has happened again that I keep seeing. Paris were doing it as well. Take the kickoff and immediately kick it out and into the far corner out for a throw-in, and then assume possession, like move up and sort out your positioning in the field. Really interesting. Ball through, intercepted, already looking really, really exciting. Do you play shots with ToshiBet? I haven't, but that would be a good one. I haven't got ToshiBet in front of me right now. I've actually got Predictfully, the prediction market, in front of me right now. Just so you know, my bet for tonight is for a draw. I think Senegal can hold France to a draw. We'll see how that goes. And if I jump onto... Ooh, where am I? Why can't I see the French game expiring? Here we go. Oh, it's out for a corner to Senegal. That was quick. Right, here we go. So odds at the moment when it comes to France Senegal on Predictfully are 37% France, 58% the draw, and 4% Senegal. That's an interesting take. A lot of people going for that draw. It's been a funny tournament. It's also an excellent graph to look at. France, their attack is crazy. I know, Hugo. Absolutely bananas, my friend. What an amazing squad they've got, to be honest. Their substitute lineup is also incredible. There's a bit of tussle going on here, as you would expect in the penalty area as the corner comes in. They've literally got their arms around... Chouameni's got his arms around... Who is that? Number 11, Nicholas Jackson. The Bayern Munich forward... being a nuisance. They've actually played a short corner, then they've tried to whip it across, and I don't know what's happened there. Looks like there may have been a foul in the area. Let's see what that's been given for. Oh, give me a break. Nicholas Jackson stood... And it wasn't even Nicholas Jackson that stood. It was the... Chouameni, the French defender, has just stood on the goalkeeper's foot. And I can't believe that's what they've called it back for. Anyway, they're off again now. France are in possession from defence. And let's see what happens here. Right, I'm just going to check my Twitter. Okay, well, we're live. This stadium looks absolutely resplendent in the New York sunshine right now. Let's see. Nice bit of possession here by France. And there's the ball immediately from Rabiot forward and intercepted, but Mbappe was clear. I tell you, it's only going to take one or two of those to go the right way, and it'll all be over. There'll be big trouble at that point. Yeah, and it was Rabiot. Class player. I tell you what, Mbappe just needed to take that on, and he's jumped up to try and flick the ball in front of him, and he hasn't quite connected with it as he would have liked to, and as a result he's lost possession. But I tell you, if he'd have taken that on like you can see he wanted to, that would have been incredible. Okay, so France in possession again in the middle. Back to the defenders. All the way across the back. I'm not familiar with France's keeper. I don't know why. Mainan. I'm gonna have a look at him. I don't know why I'm not familiar with him. You'd think I would be, but Mike M-A-I-G. There he is, French keeper, and he also plays for Milan in Serie A. Played 37 goals for them last season, so he's the new French number 1, it would seem. And he's the captain, in fact, of AC Milan. Wonder how Amorim will feel about that. Senegalese defender there, just ushering the ball to their keeper ahead of Elise, who was hot on his tail. I tell you, I wouldn't want to be in a foot race with Elise, that's for sure. Lovely bit of possession, lovely bit of football there from Senegal. Oh, unlucky. Senegal, remember, the team that initially won the AFCON, African Cup of Nations, which has weirdly been kind of pulled back and awarded to Morocco, although it's being contested, and I believe the trophy is very much still in an army barracks in Senegal. Be interesting to see how that plays out. I was listening to Wayne Rooney talking before the game, and he was saying in his mind, you know, there was a lot of nonsense played around that game, but ultimately they played it out on the night and Senegal won, and it's not a great look for African football or football as a whole if they don't honour the outcome of the game. Senegal playing very nice, quick, out of feet football. Oh, and there's the ball. They're in. There's a break. Wow, great defending. Great defending from Upper Meccano. Wow. Senegalese forward broke there, and it just got ahead. I think the ball was a bit too in his feet. I don't think he got to kind of spread his legs to have a run out there, and as a result, Upper Meccano got to catch up with him and put a foot across. But that was an early warning for France, and they've still got possession, and that's a foul. Referee, that is a foul. Well, the ref is letting it play both ways. I would say there was a foul for Senegal and another one for France there, and the ref let both of them go. You like to see a nice open game, but yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see if that continues. Oi, oi, oi. Right. Senegal again in possession. Tell you what, France riding their luck with Senegal. That's offside, but the ball put forward again. Nicholas Jackson seen offside. I don't know if he was offside there. Let's see that again. Oh yes, just straight offside. But they are playing with confidence, Senegal. And it's interesting because a lot of teams, I think, would come up against France and not feel particularly confident. And yet, here they are, going for it. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. Sure. So, interesting. Spurs in for Sandro Tonali. It now appears, according to Fabrizio Romano, I've seen the United Stand talking about it. I've seen Ben Jacobs talking about it. Ornstein also talking about it from The Athletic. Spurs a serious contender and have the money to spend despite no European football. I would like to know how Tottenham Hotspur have the money to buy what looks like a £100 million midfielder on top of two £50 million defenders, and take the wages of a player like Andy Robertson on as well. I'm really shocked by it. I'm not going to go on. I'm not going to get irate. I can do that perhaps in another Newcastle United specific show, but I'm really shocked. I'm really shocked. Don Hutchinson here has just said, if a player like Sandro Tonali that gets into a Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City, Man United team goes to Spurs, it would be a horrendous look for Newcastle. You can't lose players. Sorry, you can lose players to the big boys, but if Spurs, nearly relegated twice, buys him, then Newcastle fans would have no hope. And I do feel like that today. I do feel like Newcastle don't appear to be doing anything to get hold of the narrative around that club at the moment. And I posted about it about 45 minutes ago along those lines. It's a very, very desperate situation to be in when your best players seemingly want to leave the club and the club is not doing anything to kind of pull the narrative together and give us any sense of like what the plan is. We're just supposed to trust the process when, you know, Eddie had a shocker of a season last year. Let's be absolutely honest about it. And last summer was a dreadful affair with lots of players bid for and none picked up. And then we, at the end of the summer campaign, you know, we bought in Wissa on a bit of a whim, and you know, and then found ourselves really lacking in goals. So I think Newcastle do need to get a hold of it very, very quickly. And I do agree with Don Hutchinson and a number of other people who have taken to social today who have said this is not a great look at all for Newcastle United. The fee Newcastle are looking for Sandro Tonali is 100 million euros. That is a serious fee, isn't it? Anyway, right. As Senegal, oh wow, intercept Kylian Mbappe there, who was, if he'd have taken possession of that, probably one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Oh, silky little flick, back heel flick there from Elise. Didn't quite go where he wanted it to, but he is something else, isn't he? All season, he just looked out of this world. Crazy to think that he was in the Premier League and we didn't really get to see what he was going to be capable of. What is this big spinning gold FIFA that keeps appearing? Every time there's a kind of a break, it's quite annoying. Rabiot on the ball. Who's that, number 19? Theo Hernandez. See, Hernandez is very far up the field. I guess that's in the similar kind of vein to Cucurella yesterday. He's on the overlap very much. Deschamps here sat in his little manager's over cover. It looks red hot today in New Jersey. Not sure what the temperature is. The ball is with the French keeper, who lumps it up the field. Oh, that's bad. Lumps up the field. The Senegalese guy was there and ready to take possession of it, and for some reason he kind of chested it sideways and into the path of Kylian Mbappe, and that is not what you want to be doing when you've got an easy possession. Elise on the ball now. As France play the ball right to left. Out to Doué. He's another exceptional talent. God, Mbappe, Elise and Doué, and then Dembele behind them. It's absolutely, and then Tchouameni and Rabiot. It's non-stop, that French team. To be honest, Hernandez, Saliba, Upamecano and Koundé, like, it's an incredible team, isn't it? Let's just very quickly have a look at the substitutes as well. So, Akliuchi, and then they've got Barcola, Cherki, Dean, Gusto, Hernandez, N'Golo Kante, Konate, Lacroix, Jesus, Mateta, Samba, Thuram, and Zaire Emery as well. Oh my God. Wowee. I'm not as familiar with the Senegalese team, but they've got... I'll do the same thing for them. Sis, Diao, Diarra, Dior, Dieng, Diouf, Jacobs, Mbai, Mendy, Ndiaye, 2 Ndiayes, 3 Ndiayes. Look at that. B, I, and C. And 2 more SARs and a SEC. So let's see how it unfolds. They've got 5 subs each they can make. So we'll see how they get on. I did a 45-minute cycle a couple of hours ago, and I'm feeling a bit stiff. Right. France in possession, out on the right. 51 of you watching, thank you very much. Do me a massive solid and repost the space. I would be so grateful. Repost the stream even. I'd be so grateful. And I can get a few more people in there, which would be marvelous. Marvelous. Senegal in possession. I tell you, no slouches, Senegal. They've come into the game. They've not camped out in their own half. They've attacked the ball. They've had possession at times. I think France know they've got a game on here too. The Senegalese team are playing with a real kind of confidence that they can cause trouble, and France are showing it all the respect. There's a sense of togetherness that you always want to see with France, because you know when that's gone, they're in big trouble. So let's see what happens. I'm just going to jump up and have a look. What do you all think so far? Senegal look impressive. So yesterday, a fella put a $200,000 bet on Toshi Bet, which would have won him $214,000. And that bet was on Spain to beat Cape Verde. And they didn't. And he lost his money. And so today, the same person has put another 200,000 on France to beat Senegal. And that will earn them 360,000. So they would just be 40 grand down. I tell you, I think it's a massive risk. Interesting from the group chat that I'm in there when I'm talking about Senegal. Yep, strong defensively, not a single shot for France yet. They need to put the ball on the ground more. Counter-attacking only won't help them win this. Interesting. I see what you're saying though. When they get possession, they tend to punt it up and hope that they can catch someone on the break. And man on. Oh, well played. It's lovely though watching them play football like this. I think Doué is actually struggling a little bit out on this left-hand side. That's a great ball. Senegal broken forward. It's out for a goal kick. So a really nice break down the right-hand side there for. There's 2 balls on the pitch. They can't kick off. Yeah, a great break. And the Senegalese lad had the overlap on, I want to say Hernandez, I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. Had the overlap on him, but then tried to swing the ball in and it went out for a goal kick. It was too deep. It was a great idea. Who was that then? I think it was El Hadj. Come on, Ben. Don't embarrass yourself in front of your friends. No, it wasn't. It was Sarr. Of course it was. Crystal Palace's Sarr. Who's that? Away the lads. Cheers, mate. Appreciate you, Bull. Away the lads. Yeah, this is my... I probably ought to change my screen thing, but it's the one I do when I'm watching Premier League football, and usually Newcastle United. I might change it tomorrow, actually. I might make an England one for the England game tomorrow. What do you think so far, Bull? You watching the France match? You watching it? Watching it while you listen to me, or are you banking on me for coverage here? As France have a corner, actually. I didn't see how that went in, but they have a corner kick. God, that stadium is insane. Ball in. That's going to go out for another corner, I think. No, it isn't. It's going out for a goal kick. It's a weird corner. What happened there? I love the cameras going out to the fans and the fans waving at the screen. Yeah, it's a goal kick to Senegal. Interesting how they're doing this. So they're playing it short. They're having an outfield player take the goal kick to the keeper so that the keeper can then hoof it up. And the French team have got wise to this. So they're stood right on the edge of the area ready to run it down. As France give away a free kick to Senegal in the middle of the park. So it's pretty much on the centre circle. Senegal in possession. Playing it left to right. Oh, they've gone backwards, and they need to be careful with those kind of hospital passes that they keep playing to their keeper. They're forcing their keeper to run out and clear the ball. And when you've got people like Mbappe, you mistime that pass by a split second. And he has got the pace to deal with that. Dembele as well. He was pressing there. Ooh, that's a lovely pass from Senegal. And it's been intercepted by Doué. And Rabiot's moving the ball forward, and now Mbappe's got it, and France are on the break here, very quick. Rabiot overlapped. Wow, great defending by Diatta of Senegal, who's cleared it for a corner. But that was a very quick break. That is a quick taken corner. I was going to say that was an absolute warning there to the Senegalese about how quickly France can break. And now Senegal are on the break. They are 3 versus 4, and it's a beautiful ball over to Nicholas Jackson, who gets absolutely muscled out by Upper Meccano. He is a big boy, Upper Meccano. He's taking no prisoners. Nicholas Jackson, I think, is 6'4", and he looked very, very slight there versus Upper Meccano. Bull, I'm just a casual, need a commentary. Well, I'll do my best. You like the shirt? I like the top, mate. I went to uni in the Toon. Love it. Newcastle University. Lovely university. I had a friend that went there. Did nuclear science, she did. What did you do and when were you there? I'm interested. Been a while since I finished uni now. Like, this year it'll be 20 years, which is really fucking depressing. That time has gone quick. Watching your stream, mate, not paid my TV license. It's overrated. It's overpriced. I like the top as well, by the way. Can I add that if Newcastle do anything this season, fuck knows if they will now. They're making it tough for themselves, aren't they? But if they do, I think people are really going to regret the fact that they didn't buy the jersey with no sponsor. I dropped out for meme coins in 2021. Ended well, don't worry. Oh, fucking hell. Well, good on you. You must have made some money early. Studied mechanical engineering. Oh, yeah. Very cool. Senegal break. Oh, my God. Wow. So, Elise broke down the left-hand side, stayed ahead of the defender, took a very quick shot, which beat the keeper, hit the post, then hit the keeper's back, and went out for a corner, just wide. I can't believe he got his shot off there. Upamecano's going to be upset. Oh, I tell you what, the deflection from post onto keeper, how the fuck that has not then gone in. It's hit the back of the keeper's leg and rolled past the post, and it's missed the post by about 6 inches. That goalkeeper will not know how lucky he was there. That is insane. Senegal really, justifiably, could be 1-0 up there. They've certainly been, I would say, they've had the more impact. France have had the ball. They've had plenty of possession. They've done nothing with it. Shout out Doncaster Rovers. Fair play. You're a Donny fan. Hydration break. So there you go. So hit right. As I've been saying, all fucking tournament long. Absolutely horrendous, these hydration breaks. Senegal have just broken. They've had a shot hit the post and then be deflected out. They've been in the ascendancy for the last 5 minutes. Now, France come off the field. They're going to speak to Deschamps. They're going to get a quick little drink. They're going to regroup. And what's the betting that in 10 minutes, France aren't 1-0 up? We do not play a game of 4 quarters. We play a game of 2 halves. The managers should not be able to influence the game directly like this halfway through. It absolutely sucks. I'm just going to say something into my group. I know, man. Senegal were flying there. Completely resets the game. You lose all momentum. Senegal literally just broke down the left-hand side. Oh my God, I can't believe that hasn't gone in. Hits the post, out onto the keeper, hits the back of the keeper's heel and rolls out past the goal. 9 times out of 10 that deflection goes in. How have Senegal got 2 teams in the World Cup? What have I missed? What have I missed? What have I missed, Bull? Tell me what you mean. You mean the French lads as well? Because that used to be that was the in joke, wasn't it? That that the French team was half Senegalese anyway. I was actually going to talk about that a bit, actually, because I was saying that there was that match in 2002. So let me talk a bit about how old I am, because I remember that match vividly. In 2002, let's go France versus Senegal. There it is. So Senegal beat France 1-0 in the World Cup opener in 2002. It remains the most significant African result in the tournament and the continent's defining hour at the competition. It was unbelievable, to be honest. So France were world champions. They just won in their own backyard in Paris in '98, and 4 years later they come to the tournament, and Senegal were referred to as like the France B team, and they got pitted up against each other for the opening game. Everyone expected the world champions to do what world champions do. We'll see how Argentina get on with that tonight versus Algeria. Have they got Algeria tonight? I know they're in their group. I think it's because Algeria, Argentina, and Austria. I can't remember the other team. Anyway, and they got beat 1-0, and it was incredible. 31st of May, 2002, and I watched it in the Conservative Club in Salisbury, where I'm from. with my dad, and we both sat there absolutely agog. Couldn't believe what we'd seen. Bill's laughing with me. Okay, Senegal with a long throw in, and need to be careful here. They've given away a free kick to Dembele. Is it weird to like a referee kit? He's gone down like a fucking sack of shit there. That was a high foot, but he didn't need to go down like that. Senegal here are going to have to be really careful for the next 10 minutes, and they're on the break. Put Jackson in. There he is. Get the ball away. Oh. It wasn't Jackson, actually. It was Sarr. My bad. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. It was Sarr. And they're straight in for another break. They were not getting any replays here because it's end to end. That's Kamara on the ball. Goalie kits are often the best. I agree. There's some cracking goalie kits. But I've only ever had one goalie kit in my life. And it was the Newcastle United goalie kit that Shay Given used to wear. And it was like green. And it was like crocodile skin. It was the bollocks. There were a few really good ones that Newcastle had, actually, with that brown ale sponsor. They had the Tyne in the background on with like a sunset. Pavel Cernacek used to wear that. R.I.P. Pav. And they had another good one as well that was like purple and blue and grey. And Big Shaka used to wear that. You're right, some great goalie kits. But honestly, this referee's kit is like a really nice, like minty green colour. I'm not going to say it again because I make myself like a right dickhead. You imagine turning up dressed like a ref. There you go. Right. Well, look, Senegal appear to have ridden the storm that often follows the hydration break. They've come out, they've got hold of the ball, and not much has changed. I had Shay Given match attack man of the match back in the day. Very nice. Big shit. I loved Shay Given. What a keeper. What a keeper. Was mortified the day Man City signed him from us. Exceptional keeper. Great player. I think Newcastle fans look back on him so fondly from that era. See what this new lad, because we don't feel the same about Nick Pope. I know Nick Pope won the League Cup with us, but still, I think we often feel a little bit nervous with him on the field. But we've bought this new lad, the French boy Jouen, and it still feels like we're in for James Trafford as well from Man City, which would be hell of a sign-in. Hell of a sign-in if we got James Trafford. So anyway, what do you think of the Newcastle kit? Because I've been thinking about it a lot. There are still 3 prominent black stripes. It's just the white stripes that have been messed with this kind of like barcode effect. I like it, and I love the fact that it doesn't have a sponsor on this one as well. Shout out to ToshiBet. Yeah, shout out to them. I've got a bet with them at the moment. I had Jordan from ToshiBet on stream with me yesterday. We were doing some picks for the next few games. Those picks go on throughout the night. Actually, I'm going to have a quick look at where I'm at with my picks. I didn't update the site at all today. Actually, I should do that now. So if you go to football-challenge.base44.app, you can find my thing. But let's quickly update the admin panel. So what did I have last night? So I need to go into fixtures. So Spain Cape Verde finished 0-0. Can you believe it? Save score. Then Belgium Egypt finished, was it 1-1? It was, wasn't it? Then Senegal on the break. It's out on the right. No good. No good. Right. Let's have a quick look at these scores from yesterday so I don't fuck it up. I'm pretty sure it's 1-1. I actually watched the game. I don't know why. I can't remember it. Scores yesterday. Yes, it was 1-1. Right. So let's go. Belgium, Egypt. 1-1. Safe score. Saudi Arabia, Uruguay was also 1-1. Haven't seen that game. Haven't even seen any highlights from it. I'm told that Saudi Arabia looked decent. All over the top. Mbappe tried to break through there. Lovely defending. Who's that number 5? Gueye for Senegal. Keeps giving the ball away. Idrissa Gueye. He's stood next to Papa Gueye. I don't know where Mama Gueye is. I've made myself laugh there. Best partner. Can't have Welsh lads telling us about football, can we? Yeah. Wow. Pingu and Big Man usually tell me about football. Right, and then Iran, New Zealand finished. Apparently that was a banger of a game. 2-2. And I got the draw on that one. That I had that as a draw. So 2-2. Right, and then we're into tonight. Cool. So now I can go to the admin panel again and go with my bets. Senegal in possession in the top half, really. Even Mbappe's had to come back and sit a bit deep. God, fucking hell. Senegal do ride their luck, though. They play these balls across the face, and they are often short, and they invite the French to just jump on them and attack. Somehow they get away with it. They keep getting away with it. You can't help feeling they might not get away with it for much longer. I had Egypt to win yesterday, so when they were 1-0 up, I was feeling quite smug, but the draw means I lost that bet. Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, I had Uruguay to win by 2, so I lost that bet too. And then I had Iran, New Zealand as a draw, thank God. So I can now hit 1 on that one and resolve that bet. Bang, that's where we're up to. Today I've got the draw. I've put $50 on this one today, and that would give me back over $200 if it comes in. I'll be honest with you, I'm having a stinker. So this challenge is designed for me to make $10,000 out of a $500 start. I'm currently on $593 after nearly 20 games. Bear in mind, after 16 games, bear in mind there are only fucking 104 games in the tournament. I'm going to have to really pull it out soon. I've won 8, considering I won the first 4, and I've actually gone on and lost 9. So my win rate is 47%. That is not good. I've got $335 in committed bets right now. Senegal break down the right, and that's seen out for a... Did it go out for a corner? No, not quite. And my bets tonight are, I've got Senegal, France to draw. In the Iraq-Norway match, I've got 2 bets on. One is for Haaland to score 2, and one is for Haaland to score a hat-trick. So one of the lads in the Predictfully group chat. By the way, if anyone wants to join that, I've got a group chat with like 400 people in it, all talking about the World Cup all day long. So drop me a message or a DM or something, and I can add you to that group. But yeah, when I said earlier I had money on a hat trick, a couple of lads were like, "Nah, that's never gonna happen. Don't ever write off Erling Haaland, man. Scoring goals is what he does." That's a beautiful play. Who is that? 18, Saar, of course it was. Kept a hold of it. It'll be a free kick if they missed the goal. Right, you should pull that back, ref. Have they not pulled that back? Sarr made a marauding run forward. Elise's just absolutely done the right back. All over the top. Oh, he played it across the face of goal and he messed it up. The ball's loose again in midfield. Rabiot picks it up. Elise and the ball. Sarr is still on the floor. So they finally pulled it back, it looks like. I want them to look at that. Right, so he runs across the face to goal. Oh my God, he stood on his foot. That's a foul. And the referee waved it off. Oh, it's a shocking decision. It's a stinker. That is a booking and a direct free kick 20 yards out. That is a stinker of a decision by the referee. Are they going to pull it back? Sarr still on the floor. I don't know if they can. I don't know what the rules are. When it comes to VAR, what he's doing, like he's holding his hand out on him. Very strange. Very strange. It was Saliba that made the challenge. And Sarr is looking at the referee as if to say, what are you doing not pulling that back? What are they going to do then? They'll have to give a drop ball. Surely VAR at this point, though, can intervene there and say, ref, you need to go back to that. He stood on his foot. It's a good job he didn't break his foot. And now, to add insult to injury, Sarr has got to leave the field for a minute and can only come back on afterwards. The rules are crazy sometimes. They are crazy. You've got a room with 3 people sat in it who can literally tell the referee that is a foul and it should be a direct free kick and Sarr should still be on the pitch. And instead, they're giving a drop ball to France and now you've got to wait a minute before your player can come back on the field. Shit decision, shit rule. Doué on the ball, out on the left-hand side for France, in line with the 18-yard box. Puts a cute little ball into Mbappe, who is dispossessed. And to be perfectly honest, Mbappe has been silent today. Who are they giving the free kick to? The free kick should be for Senegal. It looks like they're giving it to France. I don't quite know how. Wow. So a Senegalese player has just been fouled, clearly fouled. And when he's on the floor, he's put his hands on the ball. So now the referee has given the foul to France for handball. Yeah, don't like this refereeing so far. I've got to be honest. Bulls dropped me a little England flag and a Scotland flag. Yeah, who do you... Be nice if we met, wouldn't it? That would be a lovely... I don't know if we can. I'm not sure what the bracket looks like. Ball swung in there. It's cleared. France back in possession of it. Senegal starting to feel a little bit hard done by with some of these challenges, and their arms are going out and they're kind of looking to the referee. They need to not do that. They need to park it and they need to play their football. The minute you start feeling hard done by with a referee, you're in trouble. Get on and play the game. They've done so well. They're 43 minutes in. They've really subjected France to not being able to do anything. They've had the closest shot of the game themselves. Ball whipped in there though. Oh, wow. That was dodgy. Elise's just... I think it was Elise. Has just whipped... No, it's not. It's Dembele, my bad. Sorry. Has just whipped the ball into such an awkward area. And the Senegalese defender had no choice but to get it out for a corner. So 44 minutes. We've got less than a minute left of normal time. As the corner comes in, straight into the goalkeeper's arms. Thank goodness for that. Right, hold on. Just see this out to half-time, lads. Honestly. They've done such a good job, Senegal, and I think they need to just focus on that. The Sarr thing's gone now. You're not going to get that back. The free kick that went against you, gone. Didn't result in anything. So just chill out, stop there, and go again in this second half. We'll see now how many minutes added on we have. So yeah, just to finish up, Haaland hat-trick and Haaland to score 2. Wins me some good money if he gets the hat-trick, and then we're back in play, really. But I do need to start taking the betting a little bit more seriously for my challenge, that's for sure. And then after that, I've got Argentina to beat Algeria, and I've got Austria to beat Jordan by 2. They're my bets that I've got left. And then we'll jump on and make a few more for tomorrow. No, I've already got some, actually. I've got Portugal to beat Congo. But I've got Wissa to score for Congo, just because. Fucking hell, 6 minutes added on. Where have those 6 minutes come from? Surely not that Sarr decision. Right, Senegal under a bit of pressure here. They very cleverly won a throw-in. Thank you to the 72 of you that have been watching this across multiple channels. I'm very grateful. If you would do me a favor and repost this stream, that would be great to get a few extra people in here. And also go drop me a comment or a like, or drop a comment in the actual video chat itself, and I can bring you up on stage. I'd be very grateful. Just had a really good comment from somebody called Toonami 2017 about my post I made a little bit earlier, just pulling my hair out a little bit with the state of things at Newcastle United. He said no one knows what's going on behind the scenes. No one knew about Knox Hydration, which is the brand we just did a 70 million 3-year deal with, who are going to be front of shirt sponsors. No one knew about the Leazes Terrace, which is the big, massive block of listed terrace buildings that are up the side of the stadium, which they've now purchased, which means that they can probably get away with a little bit more when it comes to the development of the stadium. People need to relax. I get that, but I think the club could do a few additional things that would help the fans relax and would in turn then allow them to do their job without as much kind of like fan scrutiny. There's a bit of a toxic field, bit of a toxic environment about the club at the moment, and I just think they need to nip it in the bud. And they can, you know, a couple of marquee signings, some decent comms, do a few, you know, things, have a good pre-season. Before you know it, like, we're back in it and we're flying. That's a foul. I tell you what, this ref is not giving Senegal anything, because they just had a break there, and it was Kamara had his ankle clipped and tripped, and that should have been another free kick. Great club, great people. Thanks, Bull. Appreciate you, man. I agree. My old man's a Geordie. And his whole side of the family are Geordies, which is why I am destined and cursed to wear the black and white. 48 and a half minutes gone. This one's going on to 51 in the first half. I honestly don't know where the referees got the added on time to. I can see how Senegal will go in at half time feeling a little bit picked on, and I hope that doesn't rub off in a bad way. Just have to wait and see. Lovely ball through the middle there to Dembele. Oh, pings a great ball in. Wow. It's just a bit too much for Mbappe, but he's even looked back and he knows it. It wasn't Elise, actually. It was Koundé who had overlapped. It was a beautiful ball in. Senegal are a good team. Just going to put it out there. Obviously, they won the African Cup of Nations. But they're a good team. Not the first time France picked on Senegal, that's for sure. No, there have been a few times in history, I suppose. I suppose there have been a few skirmishes between the two. But hey, you shouldn't, for the sin of their fathers, isn't it, or something? 50 minutes gone, so we're just sort of cruising here and seeing this one out. 87% pass accuracy for France versus 84 for Senegal. Possession's been 57-43 for France. So you can see they've just had a bit more of the ball, but I think they've done less with it. That's my opinion. Senegal here with one last break. Wouldn't surprise me if the ref just blew it up here. He should really. 15 seconds left. Go on, Senegal. Whip it in. Get yourselves a goal before half-time. There's a great ball. Go on. He's in. Jackson. Oh, my God. Oh, God. Oh, I think it was Sarr. It was Sarr. The ball has broke across the front of goal and he has got an open net in front of him. And it's a funny angle. Oh, you've got to finish that. So he stood to the right of the goal. The goalkeeper is still stood in it, but that is it. It is open in front of him and he is 7 yards out. And he has somehow managed to put it over the crossbar. That's half time. Senegal will feel like they should have had at least one, maybe two. France have done nothing with the ball so far. Very, very interesting half. France are going to have to come out a different team, to be perfectly honest. Because, and Deschamps will know that that is not the performance you want to see from France. Gosh, if this does finish a draw, very, very interesting for that group. Let's just remind ourselves. So it is France, Senegal in that group, but the other two teams are, just scrolling down to have a look, Iraq and Norway. And Norway, for me, I've put them in earlier as my kind of dark horse for the tournament. I don't know necessarily that they've got it in them to win it, but they've certainly got it in them to go quite far. And when you've got people like Strand Larsen and Erling Haaland up front, and as organised a team as the Norse outfit is right now, I think that France and Senegal dropping points here, they'll be frustrated. They'll be very frustrated. I think Norway could capitalise on that. 0-0 again, but that's why we love the rugby. I actually do love the rugby. Rugby union is my favourite, and I love the Six Nations, and I hate playing France. But I also love the football. Senegal's shape, they're just showing it here in the highlights. You've got Wayne Rooney talking over the top and Olivier Giroud. They've got such a nice, bank. It's kind of 4-4-1-1, even though that's not how it's set up. Union, of course, Union. Not the other one. The other nonsense. The northern sport. Gentleman's game. Whew. Well, see what the lads are saying now in the Predictfully group chat. They should bring Cherki in place of Doué. Yeah, I think Cherki will definitely come on. And I could see him making an impact. Yeah, they 100% need an impact player like that. Sarr missing that chance. Unbelievable. They could potentially be 2-0 up. And someone said Senegal could really win it. I will be interesting to see the changes that France makes. Their squad is impressive. That's me just talking. Sorry, I use an app called Whisper Flow. It's brilliant. I just have to hit my function button and talk at my laptop, and it knows how I talk. So even if I make mistakes or correct myself, it does everything. I do all my emails, all my posts like it. Talk to my AI agent like it. It's great. Right, nice to see a few more people joining. 86 of you. Weirdly busier yesterday, much busier yesterday for Spain game. That was the earlier kickoff. But thank you for inviting other people to come in and join me. I'm gonna send a tweet actually. So let me just get that ready while we're at halftime. My bets. So who have I got here? I've got a draw, haven't I? So we're on for the draw so far. Do I tempt fate, people? Do I do it? I will. France, Senegal. There it is. Right. I'm just grabbing my image. So if I get this, my 50 bucks actually turns into 215. I'll be well back on track. What I wanted to do was get to the end of the group stages and have my $500 at like $2,000, $2,500. If I could have done that through all of the group stage matches, knowing that there were going to be like obvious wins and losses and some, you know, I think there have been a couple of shocks that I just didn't anticipate. Certainly Spain, Cape Verde, and Qatar against the Swiss. Just didn't see that. And so save and in. Right, so I'm just going to grab my post and I'm going to just send something quickly. So forgive me for going a bit quiet here. React with a video. Oh no, I don't want to react with a video. I can open. Quote. Great first half. And I'm still on for a draw. Done. Sorry about that, people. I can't do two things at once. I am incapable. Post. There we go. That's posted. Okay. Right. Rooney's still talking about it ahead of our first game for England tomorrow as well. Versus Croatia. Right, anyway. Let's have a bit of a refresh for a moment. Reset the room. Welcome, if you're here for the first time. My name's Ben. I'm covering, I think I've got 40 of the World Cup matches. I'm a partner with ToshiBet, as well as running a prediction market, which is sports focused, called Predictfully. And I'm also an ambassador for Base 44. So the app that I was talking about a little bit earlier, I'll share it with you now. I tell you what I need to do. I need to turn on my light because the light. That's better. That is better. So the app I'm talking about is here. Let me just show you. Share screen, World Cup challenge in. Okay, cool. Right, so this is the app that I built. Let me just share it a bit deeper. There you go. So it's called the $500 to $10,000 challenge, and this is where I was talking about earlier. I started with $500. I've currently got 593. I've had a stinker with all of the draws and those two shocking results that nobody saw coming, and that's actually cost me a lot. So whilst I'm up $93, I've actually lost 9 bets and won only 8. My win ratio, my win percentage is 47%. So I really do need to pick it back up. We've got France-Senegal live right now, and my bet on that is for a draw. We've got Iraq-Norway. I've got a Haaland hat-trick and Haaland to score 2. We've got Argentina and Algeria. I've got Argentina to win it. And we've got Austria versus Jordan, and I've got Austria to win by 2. Portugal-Congo's tomorrow, so I'll cover that then. Yeah, that's that. So you can see all of my bets here. These are the ones. Look at that. I came out of the blocks. First 4 were incredible. Really pleased with myself. I was Qatar, Switzerland. So 94th minute, I was winning the 5th. I never really got a look in with Brazil. I thought Morocco played fantastically. Haiti, Scotland I had. Nobody saw Australia coming. Fair play to them. Obviously, I had Germany to beat Curacao. I then had the Netherlands. That was a draw. I had Ecuador. Ivory Coast got it. I had Sweden. And then I haven't had a win until last night, Iran versus New Zealand. So we're hoping for a better time. The intention is to place 1 or 2 bets for every single match. I don't know if I'll do it. I've got some good ones here, right? So the draw tonight is 215. Haaland hat-trick is 200. Haaland to score 2 is 162. So actually, if I get the Haaland hat-trick, I get $362. Argentina to win 139, and Austria to win by 2. G'day, mate. Austria. Austria to beat Jordan by 2 is another 95. I don't know. I feel like I could get myself up pretty good. I feel quite confident in all of them. I feel confident in the Haaland hat-trick. Love it. What are you sorry for? Sorry for that one. Oh, if Saka is English, then I'm Senegalese. Ugh. Oh, come on. Not now. Let's enjoy the football. But yes, I feel like I could, like I said, if I can get myself up to like $1,000, then I'm going to come into the games with a bit more size. If I'm feeling very, very confident, I can bang $200 on it. That's going to get me like 400 back, 500 back. That's where we start to see the money being made, and we can start moving towards the 10 grand. But yeah, we have just not got going like I'd hoped we would. I've also got all of the fixtures in here that you can see. I'll be adding the bracket when I know what it is, so I'll be adding another page to this. I built this using Base44, which is a really clever vibe coding app. It took me like a day to build it. It was amazing. Such a good tool. You just talk to an LLM like ChatGPT or whatever, depending on. It actually uses GPT, Claude, Gemini, and another. And then when all of those, it takes what you're asking for and applies it to the best LLM, and then comes back, writes the code, and implements it. It's fucking amazing, actually. And I've also got on here my live streams. So I did the Mexico-South Africa match. I think one of the things I want to do is have like a little done and maybe a link. That's one thing I could do, is grab a link so people can go back and look. I did Brazil-Morocco. Sunday night I did Germany-Curacao. I actually sacked that one off at halftime because I was just like, oh well, I want to watch the Netherlands-Japan later on, and then bloody Germany scored 5. It was quite annoying. I did Spain-Cape Verde yesterday for a 0-0. That was incredible. Such a great game to watch along with. I absolutely loved it. And then tonight we've got France, Senegal, and tomorrow, England, Croatia. My God. So if you're interested in tracking this, I'll just grab the URL for it and I'll drop it in the comments. Why is that not working? Why is that not working? Let's go up. There we go. Drop it in the comments there. So there you go. It's in the comments now. You can track my progress as we go. Croatia PTSD. Ain't that the truth? I was in London for that semi-final. So that must be 8 years ago now. Fucking hell, time flies. And I'm going to go back to this. And we're about to go again. By the way, Bull, there's a little QR code here where you can scan it to buy a TV license, son. So get yourself one, get yourself sorted, get yourself in and watching again. Right. I'm going to turn that light off now. Light. There you go. That's better. I'm going to close a few apps as well. I've got so much open. My screen is absolutely going bananas. Let's close that. Let's see how Predictfully has changed. If it has changed, yeah. The draw has now moved up to 60% on Predictfully. A lot of people fancy that one. I might go in and get a little bit more of that draw action actually. Let's see. 500 points. Yeah, let's do that. Right, we're back off again. We're 30 seconds in fact. Sorry, I've not been watching. So, any changes? I doubt there were any changes. Can't imagine there would be, right? Not at half time. No, none yet. France now shooting from left to right in their home strip, which is blue top, white shorts and red socks. Senegal in, I think, their change kit, right? Which is white and green and white. Something in me says that their home kit is green. But if I'm wrong, I apologise. Still or sparkling water? I'm a sparkling water guy, man. I mean, I'm drinking still at the moment because it came out of my fridge. If I go to a table and I ask for water and they say to me still or sparkling, I'm a sparkling kind of guy. How about you? And how about anyone else? Give Bull an answer. Right. Where are we up to then, people? Let's get a sense of what's going on here. I need to close a few more apps. My computer's absolutely humming at me. There you go. Right. Based. So you're a sparkling water too. Good to hear it. Any particular brand? I'm a San Pellegrino kind of guy. When I'm feeling flash. Ooh, that's a great shot actually there. Fucking hell, Ben. Right, you start paying attention. France just took a cracking shot with Doué on his left peg. Just put it left around the post. It was close, but didn't really test the keeper. I don't think it was always going wide. Right, so let's see what's going on then. Senegal in possession at the moment. Pinged a big ball up top, and wow, yeah, up at Meccano's not done a great job of that. That's a corner kick, right? It's not. The referee has given a goal kick for that. There is something wrong with this ref, and in this game, even the camera just lingered on the ref for a little bit longer there, that every decision, every 50-50 decision here is going the way of France. Every single one. And still Senegal dispossess France and come forward. Very interesting decision making going on. Senegal are absolutely rabid. They are giving France zero time on the ball. Zero, and I mean no time. As soon as it's at their feet, there's a Senegalese guy on them, hounding them. It's great to see. I mean, 48 minutes in, it'd be interesting to see if they can do 90. They're going to have to make some changes because they're relentless, and it's very good to see. France cool in possession, taking their time, clearly unfazed, but they're not getting a great deal of time on the ball. That's a great ball forward there, though, to Elise. And, and as it happened, it was offside. And it wasn't Elise, it was Koundé, and he keeps making that overlap, and I keep mixing them up. My bad. Right, I can see now. Elise's got his hair up higher, so I'll get that right now. Koundé's is lower. It's the long hair, that's what it was. San Pellegrino, Highland Sparkling, and some niche Eastern European ones. I like the sound of the Eastern European ones. I always have it abroad as well, man. I like carbonated water abroad. You know then that hasn't been fucking just poured out of the local tap. Not that I'm, not that I doubt people's intentions around the world, but I like knowing. Senegal on the ball. It's a great team, this actually, the Senegalese team. Fewer superstars than France, but some very, very capable players and just a great work ethic. A great work ethic. Senegal just holding a bit of possession here, which is unusual. Pinged a ball outright, absolutely spot on to, I think that was Sadio Mane, who's been quite quiet. It wasn't Mane, I'm looking now, it was over to Camara. That's a great interception. Mbappe coming forward has just had it sliced off of him. And now Senegal on the move again. Go on, put the ball through. Oh, it's another top challenge from Saliba. If he had missed that challenge, Senegal were one-on-one with the keeper. It's an exceptional challenge. They'll replay that in a moment, I'm sure. France dispossessed. It rolls through to the Senegalese keeper. Everyone just take a moment. I really hope they do replay that in a second. Senegal were through, man. Saliba just proving why he's part of that team that won the league in the Premier League this year. Great defender, Saliba. Senegal feel like when they are in possession now, they're taking a little bit more time before committing to an attack, a counter-attack. First half, it was the second they were on the ball, they were knocking it forward high, hoping to catch it on the breakdown. And now they seem to be holding possession for a little bit longer. And in doing it there, they've just been dispossessed. And there's... Oh, wowee. Elise just took it wide. Took the shot. The keeper's running out and has bashed it off the floor. And the momentum of the ball has carried it over for a corner. But Elise was in there. It just went a little bit too far wide. But I tell you, it's great goalkeeping. Out made himself very big. Yeah, Deschamps wanted that. Elise would have taken them, and he's over now taking the corner. form he's in, you'd have expected him to have maybe gone a bit closer, but the keeper was made to work. Dreadful corner kick straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. We're seeing some incredible goalkeeping performances, that's for sure. Swear I've heard you on TalkSport, Benjamin. I've been on a couple of times actually as a fan. I was telling a story once about the time Newcastle United went 4-0 down to Arsenal at St James's Park, and my dad hadn't been to St James's in 3 or 4 years, and he got taken, and it was on his birthday, and it was half time, and he was with his girlfriend, and she's an Arsenal fan. And so at half time they're 4-0 down, and he says, "We're leaving." And they literally left the stadium. My dad he's not a great supporter, my dad. Like, I mean, he's a top fan, but he lets his emotions overcome him. So they left the stadium, and then they went into the Strawberry across the road and watched the match as Newcastle pulled it back and were 4-4. And I told that story on TalkSport once, and I had them laughing a bit with Adrian Durham. I was only joking. You look the part. You just fit the part, sorry. Better than a lot of their hosts. Cheers, mate. Face for radio. That's what it is. Appreciate that. I actually got another fun deal come through yesterday regarding hosting. Looking forward to announcing it soon. Just checking to see if they've messaged me again. They saw me watching Spain Cape Verde yesterday and got in touch. It's quite a cool one, crypto focused one, which is great. Because I'm casino and prediction market at the moment, so yeah, super cool. Hopefully it comes off. I appreciate that, Bull. Thank you very much, mate. Great story. Yeah, wow, it's a funny one. My dad is mortified about it because he talks about the fact that he was at the game, but he actually wasn't there when Cheick Tiote scored that absolute thunder bastard of a shot. Senegal on the break, ball through. Oh, wow. Close. Nicholas Jackson, ball put through for him, just went ahead of him a little bit. It was Sarr that put the ball in front of him from the right-hand side. Overlapped Saliba. He'd done him, but the ball just went a little bit too far ahead and he couldn't get the shot off. Close. Another close one for Senegal there. It's opening up a little bit, I would say. There's perhaps a little bit less pressure in the middle of the park, which is giving both sides the opportunity to get the ball forward to their attackers and see what can happen. Whereas before, Senegal were taking no chances as they just intercept again. The amount of interceptions Senegal have made. Elise's done it. Kylian Mbappe's through. Wow. Elise intercepted in the middle of the park, put Kylian Mbappe through in exactly the same place as Elise was a moment ago, and the Senegalese keeper came out and did it again. Made himself big stop. France marauding forward. And it's out for a corner. Take a breath. That was a very, very exciting 45 seconds. My dad was at the Man United Newcastle 99 FA Cup final. Well, we won't talk about that. I was on a plane going to Mallorca with my mum. How old would I have been? 15. And when we landed, they told us the score. So it was 0-0 as we took off. And then when we landed, I think it finished, was it 2-0? 2-0, 3-0, I can't remember. And then I was in Mallorca watching Man United when they beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League final in the last few minutes. Sheringham and Solskjaer. I wasn't alive. Thanks very much, Bull. Fuck me. Great. Way to make me feel like a twat. That was some season. It's nuts to think that you weren't alive when David Beckham and Roy Keane were playing for Man United. Fucking nuts. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Nah, it's a definite penalty. So he's waved it off. Kylian Mbappe has broken. He's gone down. Someone's gone through him like a sack of shit. It's 100% a penalty. They've not given it. VAR are going to look at it. I'm telling you right now, Fair play for... Oh no, I think he's won the ball. Fuck me, I'm wrong. I'm just looking at it now. Senegal come across. No, he hasn't. It's a penalty. Penalty kick. France have got a penalty. We'll see it. We'll hear about it in a minute. Absolutely ridiculous challenge. What the guy was doing there is beyond me. 100% penalty. So we're still waiting for VAR to confirm. I imagine in a minute he'll get told it's a possible penalty. VAR check. So they're looking at it now. I'm sure in a moment he'll do his TV sign and he'll go over and have a look. And it was it Sadio Mane? I think it was. It was outrageous. He didn't touch the ball and he's taken Mbappe clean out. As soon as I saw it. Possible check. Possible penalty. What's going on? Referee is waving away. What is taking this long for VAR? I've looked at it once in a replay and I know it was a penalty. And I'm here in the UK. I'm not in a studio. What the fuck can they be looking at? Are we still checking and looking? It's a penalty. 100%. Oh, now he's gone over to the screen to look at it. Fucking hell. That has just taken 3 minutes to do something that I knew the second I saw it. And fair play, these things happen in real time. It's a penalty. What are we looking at? And it is Sadio Mane who's gone across. Doesn't touch the ball. It's a penalty. Okay, so they're saying that they might not give... Some people are talking in my group saying they think he might have dived. I think it's just a stone wall penalty. I can't understand what we're... Right. Here we go. About time. Fucking hell. How is it possibly? I cannot believe. I am... No penalty. No penalty. What? I am absolutely shook. There is zero touch on the ball from Mane. And he has gone through Mbappe in the penalty area and taken him down. I will never understand this fucking game. Ever. That has blown my mind how that wasn't a penalty. How in God's name is that not a penalty? Fucking bonkers. Great for my bet. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. Great for my bet. Didier Deschamps is incensed talking to the fourth official. It is a clear penalty. Oh well. There you go. It's gone. What are my mates saying? How in the fucking name of God has that not been given as a penalty? I've never seen a more obvious penalty. Bonkers. Well, there you go. Senegal in possession. So I've got a couple of group chats on the go as well, and I know I'm supposed to be watch along hosting, but I can't help myself when it comes to answering them. People, glad though. Fuck France. My other mate, yeah, but it's against France, so yeah, okay, fair one. Fuck 'em. They've had plenty of luck. Right. Wow. Still can't believe you weren't alive in 1999, Bull. How old are you then? Wanker. Right. France moving forward at pace. That wasn't out. Oh, Elise. Elise's got it in him at the moment. Great ball through. Oh. Elise's just put another ball through to Mbappe, who takes possession of it and tries to dummy it around the keeper and just fucks it right up. I can't believe he hasn't just hit it on the... Oh, wow, he just doesn't get... It's just a little bit too far in front of him, and he doesn't get his foot on it to get possession. If he gets possession there, that is it, game over. And now Senegal doing exactly the same thing. Interesting. Goal kick, not a penalty, but there was a proper coming together there between Hernandez and I think Camara. But it's a shoulder barge. You're not giving penalties for shoulder barges, are you? Best player on the park by a mile. I'm talking about Elise there, by the way. Absolutely insanely good. France. Ooh. Good block by Senegal. That was Hernandez there taking a shot. A few little overlaps going on here. Gosh, 65 minutes in, there's still 25 to go. It is very, very open at the moment. I would say Senegal fans are going to be feeling quite anxious because France seem to have found a little run of, what would we call it? Like, just a little bit more offensive possession. Elise seems to be the real person for it. That's a great goal. What a goal! Elise puts the ball forward. Absolutely tucks it in. Mbappe onto it. Right foot just puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. Out of very little. Out of very little. And I was just saying it then. Senegal will be very apprehensive because France are just showing that little bit more quality there. There was very little Senegal could do about it. Just see, I'm assuming it's onside. Comes up to Elise. Timed the... Yeah, he's onside. Absolutely fine. First time. So he comes from the middle of the park out onto the right-hand side. The ball gets put in front of him. And with his right foot, he goes bottom left-hand corner. And the goalkeeper's where he should be positioned. Perhaps could have got down a little bit better. It's a great worked goal, great finish. So that's 1-0 to France, and now Kylian Mbappe is the record top goal scorer for France. And he is also now just 3 behind Miroslav Klose, who is the World Cup record goal scorer, the big German. What was his last World Cup? 14, I think, maybe? 2014? I don't know. I think it was. What a player, though, he was. Oh, and Senegal are in. Finish it. 1-1. Wow. Where did that come from? Nicholas Jackson. He's offside. Is he offside? What? Finish on the guy. The ball just dinked over the top. Yeah, he's offside. He's living offside. Fucking idiot. Great break as it puts over the top. And then he hits it with his right foot. Fucking top bins. Bang. Literally. Keeper just about gets a hand to it, but he's definitely offside. And we're in now for the hydration break. I don't know why they're doing that. Senegalese players almost looking like they don't think that should have been offside. It was blatantly offside. Nicholas Jackson, 15 yards offside. That was weird. The only player I've seen offside more frequently than Andrew Cole. But I'm not going to be happy it finished 0-0. Well, there you go. It's not finished 0-0, is it? It's my bet off as well. Fuck. Come on, Senegal. I said it, though. I said it. And that is that the pace that Senegal were playing at was not sustainable. And as soon as they came off the pace, it opened up, and it just took a little bit of quality from Elise to put it through to Mbappe. Nicholas Jackson, they're complaining about the offside. Nicholas Jackson is a county offside. Not even close. They're not even aligned. He's so far ahead. His whole body is ahead. Jesus Christ. I think Senegal are really going to regret missing those chances at the end of the first half, particularly the one that bounced back, and then Sarr, that pretty much open net. Uh, 20 minutes to go anyway. 20 minutes and then added on time. That is the end of the hydration break. The little sprinklers are out on the field at the moment, just making the floor wet. It's quite interesting because the players keep walking over those sprinklers and getting soaking wet. It's weird that they keep the sprinklers on. Like, the players are looking to get back out on the field. So yesterday, the Belgium team got absolutely soaked while they were having their hydration break. Right, 130 of you watching. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Jump in, drop me a repost. I would be really grateful for the whole stream. Right. Ball forward again. You know what? I can see France getting 3 now. Genuinely. Now that they've broken them, I can see it falling to bits. France action. Yeah. Oh, well. Right, 72 minutes gone. Senegal in possession midway. Still no changes. Just realised, not one substitution yet. It's fucking mad, isn't it? 72 minutes in this heat. I think Senegal are going to need to ring some changes now, aren't they? Got a corner actually somehow. Is it a corner or a long throw? 2 balls on the pitch again. Gonna see now how they line up in these corners. Upamecano is having a right tussle. Let's see what we can do then. Same as Nicholas Jackson, you know, he's being held. God, it's a fucking dreadful corner. literally fires all the way across the goal. Nobody meets it. Not a French player, not a Senegalese player. Garbage. Okay, France in possession. Rabiot on the ball. Any players even warming up? It's annoying because the bench isn't. Oh wow, great save. Doué there with a fantastic shot, and the Senegalese keeper being worked and deflecting the ball out for a corner. Another French corner. Going to see any changes? So yeah, I was saying just before that there, it's quite annoying because they're bringing on a couple of changes now, but you can't see the subs bench and everything that's going on the other side of the field. It's the near side, so you can only see it when they bring the camera around, which they don't do very regularly. There are 2 Senegalese players that are warming up to come on. In fact, they're waiting to come on, so you imagine next time it goes out of play, they will come on, add a little bit of energy to this Senegalese team, who, I'll be honest, they look a bit sapped now of energy. They've put 70 hard minutes in, and they just dispossess again. Ball forward. There's a great ball, and again, oh my god, great football. Go on, Mane. Oh, it's gone out for a throw into France, but fuck, that was a break. They break with speed. The French defenders, actually, to their credit, are incredible. Right, so we've got Sarr coming off for... Who's he coming off for? Number 20, which is Mbaye. And we've also got... Who's our other player coming off then? Camara coming off. And who is coming on for Camara? Diarra. I hate it when I don't know sides well enough. It kind of makes me realise, if I want to take this whole watch along live streaming thing seriously, I need to do a much better job of researching the teams and who the players are, who the subs are, because I honestly don't know a great deal of the Senegalese team beyond their starting 11. I watched the African Cup of Nations, but it would be nice to have a little bit more down. And I guess this is what actual pundits and commentators do. They have a bit more down about each player, a bit of research which club they play for, how old they are, any stats, goals this season. France in possession, moving the ball forward very nicely. Oh God, Doué absolutely rips, but in fact no, that's Mbappe as well. Mbappe just rips past Idrissa Gueye there. So 1-0 to France, 76 minutes played. They've just shown a really great, unique view from the top of the stand over the goal that was scored. It's an exceptional finish from Mbappe. It really is. Getting the views of an assistant referee is like getting a sound technician to give their thoughts on playing music in between songs. Fucking horrible. Oh no, Mbappe's gone down again. It's not another penalty, is it? That's the thing here. France are 1-0 up. To be absolutely honest, it should be 2-0. So I can't get too upset about the fact that France are 1-0 up, because they have been robbed of a penalty. And I would like to think that FIFA will do something about that officiating after this game, because it is the most scandalous decision. Oh, that's a foul. Fucking hell. He's playing on. This ref, he does not believe in fouls. He is just saying go, go, go. It's 20-10 here in the UK. I've just realised how late it is. It feels like it's bloody 6 o'clock in the evening. Running out of water. 12 minutes to go in the game. So after this one, there's an hour break, isn't there? And then the next game tonight is... Let's have a look. Fixtures. Is Iraq versus Norway. Let's see if Erling Haaland's got a hat-trick in him for his first World Cup match. Senegal on the ball, playing out from defence, out onto the left-hand side. Lovely ball forward. Oh my God! Well, that was insane. So Papa Gueye has just put the ball in right on Nicholas Jackson's nose. And Nicholas Jackson has somehow fucking missed it. It wasn't. In fact, it was El Hadj Malik. I can't find his name. El Hadj Malik. So it's Diouf. Calling him Diouf. Okay. Put the ball in front of Jackson. He's just missed it. It's a real shame. It was in front of him. It looked great. Dembele coming off, first French sub. And he's coming off for... Who's coming on for Dembele? Barcola. It's not a bad sub to have in your locker, is it? Jesus Christ. Just a reminder that Kylian Mbappe scoring that goal to put France 1-0 up has brought him even on 57 goals with Olivier Giroud as France's top goal scorer. And it now puts him just three behind Miroslav Klose for the all-time leading World Cup goal scorer. So 4 more goals in this tournament and he's done it. He's now on 13 and Klose finished on 16. So 3 more to come level and one more than that, so 4 more and you are top. It was amazing looking at that bit of a who's who of like goal scorers there. It was Klose. Then it was Brazil's Ronaldo. Messi's not far off it. To have Mbappe already up there at such a young age, you'd think he's probably got a couple more World Cups in him as well. So you think he'll go, potentially he could do, he could break 20 goals. What a great ball through. Is that going to be another goal? Yeah, France 2-0. And Barcola, who's just come on, just got put through. Exceptional ball through. He's straight onto it, lifts it over the keeper, 1-on-1. I mean, when you bring on legs like that, there's absolutely nothing that Senegal can do about it. 2-0 to France. They did so well, Senegal. They did so well. Who's the assist? Let's have a look. And it's Mbappe that put the ball through. Absolutely fantastic ball through from Mbappe. It's a beautiful finish. One of those just deft little dinks straight over. And they think Barcola's leaving Paris Saint-Germain as well. But that's a great goal. Inspired substitution, Mr. Deschamps. Inspired indeed. So, you want my opinion on France? It is... They look pretty fucking good. France look pretty good. and when France look pretty good, they often become very difficult to beat. Senegal paid for the style of play they chose. Agreed, you can only play at that tempo for 70 minutes tops. They did very well. They did very well, Senegal. And I guess, you know, if they had taken that goal just before half time, and perhaps if the one that came off the post had gone in, it would be a very different story, because they could have come out in the second half with a little less necessity to keep pressing. They could have defended a bit more. Yeah, the Senegalese manager looks dejected. I think he'll be able to say, look, you've done very well against the team that are likely to go on and win the tournament, or look good to. I'll tell you now, I'll put it out there. It is going to take a seismic effort from an exceptional football team to stop France. From what I've seen here, Spain don't stand a fucking chance against this France team. Be very interesting to see what Argentina look like tonight, and I'm also very excited to see Portugal open up their account. Oof, that was nearly 3-0. Ball back to Mbappe. I think he'll be pissed off that he didn't rattle that in properly. And Senegal's heads have gone now. France have just got the ball. They are playing tiki-taka. Nicholas Jackson, by the way, got bought off, and it wasn't Mbappe that played him through. It was Rabiot. My bad. Just gonna edit that. So yeah, Nicholas Jackson came off. Number 9 on the park now is Dieng, who came on. So they've made 4 changes. Interestingly, France have only made a single change. So 85th minute here, they just brought on Barcola. That's it. Who has obviously come on and scored. The rest of the team here are looking like, well, they're going to have played a full 90 minutes because there were 6 added on in the first half, and we're already at 86 here. So I've just seen now, number 24 is coming on, which is Mendy. No, it's not. It's Cherky. So they've got a squad number incorrect. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong fucking team. That's why. Idiot. Cherky is coming on now, and he has just come on for. I'm not sure who he came on for. I was looking at the wrong fucking screen. Idiot. Why are they not updating the website to tell me who he came on for? He came on for Douay. Right. Lovely ball forward. Oh my god, that's Coca-Cola has come on, and he looks like an animal. He is desperate to win a place. Senegal making their final change. Sis is coming on for Gay. So there you go. We'll see. I think 2-0 to France is probably fair, but I think Senegal probably deserved a goal. They certainly had a massive chance at the end of the first half, which Sarr missed, and he will be very upset with himself because we've seen him take so many of them this season. at Crystal Palace. And then, you know, Jackson's really he's just too frequently offside. My friend in my group chat just said it reminds him of Filippo Inzaghi, who was also offside so often. And I think when you come to this level, it's difficult to do that and get away with it. You have to be clinical, and France have been clinical here. They bided their time, and then they finally got that shot across goal with Mbappe. It was a great finish. And then the second goal there, Rabiot through to Barcola, and it was just clinical. Just dinked it over the keeper. That was that. 2-0. 15 minutes of just being exhausted from Senegal. And looking at them now, they just played a ball forward to Sadio Mane. Dropped his shoulder one way, let the ball go ahead of him, and then turned to run onto it. But he was in a foot race against Koundé. Well, when you've been running around like a maniac for 89 minutes, you're not going to win a foot race against Koundé. And great ball back in though from a corner to Senegal. And they're on a lovely break. Oh, well played, Senegal. Good interception. I feel a bit sorry for Senegal, but they did also have a stone wall penalty get dismissed. I cannot. So there are 8 added on minutes of this fucking game. Jesus Christ, put us out of our misery. The reason there are 8 added on minutes is because they spent 4 minutes incorrectly VARing an absolute stonewall penalty. Can't wait to hear the pundits after the game talking about how this was so obviously. I can't understand how VAR came to the decision that it came to. I cannot get my head around it. No idea. Bonkers. Lovely ball in. Senegal still got. It's interesting because if Senegal nicked one now, there's still 8 minutes left. Koundé's just managed to clear that out though. Done a great job. Koundé's a really good defender, you know. Great right back. Oh, Cherky's on the run on his own. Go on, jink it round. Go on your own, Cherky. Go on, son. Oh no, he's fucked that right up. Back with Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane has lost 2 yards of pace since he was playing at Liverpool. Gets the ball at his feet and turns, and he wants to run at him, and he just hasn't got it anymore. Has not got that explosive pace that we got used to seeing with him, and as the Bayern Munich fans would have seen for a while as well. Just not there anymore. Mane has lost all his pace. Well, there you are. 6 minutes to go. We're 92 in now. France in possession here. If I were France, I'd go and put them to the slaughter. Go and nick another goal. You're going to want the goal difference because I can see Haaland and the boys getting a few. So go and nick a few here against Senegal, and then it's not about who scores the most versus Iraq, is it? Gareth Bale in the squad, I think, with his little lad. What a top player he was. France still just keeping the ball all the way back to the keeper. Lovely ball up into midfield. Oh, well played, Senegal. Nice interception, but then they got nowhere to go. They got nowhere to go because they turn and they've still got that French defence the other side of them. And the French defence is so athletic. They're so quick and they're so aligned. Two of them currently on Senegal as they look. You're going to have to whip a ball in soon, lads. It's 93 minutes. If you're scoring, you're going to have to get on and do it. Get the ball whipped in. Jesus fucking Christ. There it is. Straight into a French player. He's won the ball back. So they're out on the right-hand side. That's a better ball. Oh, no. Koundé's made it out to Cherki, who you know when he's on the ball, he is a devil in possession. I'm going to tell you what, though. Two bits of possession he's had, and he's given the ball away twice. That's not what you want, is it? If you're a player coming on, Deschamps is going to be looking at that and thinking, right, well, next game, I'm not fucking bringing him on, because all he does is give the ball away. Elise has just been dispossessed, but he looked like he was clear. What game he's had. Rabiot has been top, I think, in terms of like midfield, distribution, vision, calmness in front of the defence. Oh, Senegal have got one back. Fucking great goal. Number 20, I think that's one of the substitutes. It is one of the substitutes. Has just picked up the ball in midfield, run forward. Nobody's made a challenge on him. He's knocked it out to his right-hand side and put his foot through it, put his laces through it, and the keeper's had no chance. Bang! In fact, the keeper's messed that right up. He's put that very close to the goalkeeper, who has touched it and pushed it up into his own net. Very poor keeping, but we've got a game. We've got 3 minutes left. Imagine if Senegal were to pull this off. Crazy. Mbappe's just turned around to the whole team and said, for fuck's sake, get a hold of this ball. 2-1 for France still. Kickoff has happened. Of course, it's happened while we've been looking at replays of the crowd. Fucking hell. Mbappe. Oh my God! 3-1. The ball has just come to Mbappe in the middle of the field. He turns and shoots from 25 yards straight into the top left-hand corner of the goal. And Mbappe is now France's all-time top goal scorer. That is something else. He knows as well. He said to the team there, chill out. And the ball broke down and it came to him. He is 30 yards out. It's an absolute screamer of a goal. It is a screamer. He's positioned on the right-hand side. He's put his right foot through it. And it's gone top left. Fucking hell. Yeah, Senegal keeper had no chance. Incredible finish. And nice to see as well. First thing he does is go over to his manager. Goes over to Deschamps. Puts his arms around him. Now we are at 97 minutes. Oh, shame. Senegal would have thought they had a shot there. They would have thought they had a little bit of a moment. Fair play to Mbappe. That is outrageous. You wait till you see the replay. Fucking God alive. Madness. Well, look, thank you everyone for coming out and watching tonight. I appreciate you all doing that. It's been really good of you. Great to get another game under my belt. I thought I was going to get that draw for a while. Didn't get it. So, Senegal whip another ball in. 20 seconds to go. I'll be finishing pretty immediately after this, actually. It's getting late here and I want to take a bit of a rest before I watch the Iraq versus Norway match in an hour. So, thank you. Have a great evening and I'll see you all again tomorrow for England, Croatia. God help us. Right, is that the end of the game? Looks like it. Oh, what a goal from Mbappe. Wow. What a finish. Just insane. Oh my God. It gets better every time you look at it. Audacious. He knows. What a great goal as well to become France's top goal scorer of all time. Insane. Right, are we done? I think we're done. Kick off again. France in possession. 99 minutes now. I don't know what we're waiting for. I suppose there have been 2 goals. Ball forward to Senegal. Oh! Oh, wow. Is that a goal? No. So the ball flapped there and the referee went over the goalkeeper. Has that gone in? No. Just kept it out. Whew, that's incredible. That was nearly 3-2. There we are, full time. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Great to see you all. And see you tomorrow for England versus Croatia, where I will be losing my mind if we don't win. Take it easy and have a good evening. Bye.